Green Tree Productions is proud to present Duncanville Weekly News. It's the good news just for the City of Champions, Duncanville, Texas. And now, here's your host, John Thompson.
Hello, world, America, Texas, and Duncanville, and welcome to this edition of Duncanville Weekly News for the first part of 2016. Glad you logged on and are watching. As has been the case for the last 25 years, this first show of the season generally is about basketball and only hoops. So let's get right to it. There were 11 games, and well, right after this.
Hello, Duncanville basketball fans. You don't know what you're missing, so a tisket, a tasket. Let's go watch some Duncanville baskets and some hoops.
Hoops? Did you say hoops? We gotcha hoops. Right here in the Hoops Corner on Duncanville Weekly News with all the highlights from the latest Duncanville Panther and Pantherette basketball games and a peek at upcoming games. The Hoops Corner is brought to you by James Memorial Chapel, Duncanville's only home-owned funeral home. Leon Miller Commercial Real Estate Properties on Main Street. Need some space? Call Leon at 972-709-7181. Fry Integra Insurance Services, your hometown insurance agency for 30 years for all insurance types. Call 972-296-9786 for John or Todd. By the Wolverton Company, serving Duncanville's heating and cooling needs for longer than anybody can remember. 972-296-COOL. Jim McDonald's State Farm Insurance Agency, right here in Duncanville on Main Street. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Jim are there.
By Roma's Italian Bistro, right in the heart of Duncanville at Center and Main Streets, serving authentic Italian cuisine. They deliver. Call 972-298-5900. By Glow Family Dental, where your smile is a top priority. They are right here on Wheatland. By the Duncanville Parks and Recreation Department, where they have something for almost everybody, almost every day.
And by Ambit Energy. You have power options. Call Energy Specialist Don McBurnett at 214-918-9981. You'll be glad you did. And now, in the Hoops Corner, here's John with all the Hoops highlights.
Hello, Duncanville basketball fans, and welcome back to the Hoops Corner. Well, the teams, as I mentioned, played 11 games since our last show, and let's get right to it. Some of them are abbreviated a little bit, and start with the Panthers. They had 4 games, including their first district game and the Coca-Cola basketball tournament in Dallas, and here are the highlights.
On Friday, the Panthers did start District 8 6A action at Mansfield against those Tigers, and early on, Miles McDougall feeds Cupid for a fast break basket. Sid nails a three-point goal, and then Ty follows suit. Then Sid steals, scores, and is fouled. As the Panthers build a small lead. Ty drives through most everybody for a layup. And after one, it's 20-13 Panthers. In the second, Dex drives and scores. Then pulls up and pops a 17-foot shot. Ty drives and hits a fall away. And at the half, it's 33-25 Panthers. In the third, Dex hits an NBA-linked three-point shot. And then Elijah Caldwell shows some rebounding ability as he puts back a missed shot. Colby takes the baseline, avoids a flop, and scores. And then Dex drains a three-point shot. And after three, the Panthers cling to a 6-point lead. Midway through the fourth quarter, Mansfield took the lead to the dismay of Coach Chisholm, and here come the free throws. Colby hits a pair. Ty hits another three-point bomb to retake the lead, and then down by three with under a minute to go. Ty cuts the deficit to one with two free throws. Then Colby's shot is put back by Moo to take a 1-point lead. Colby hits two free throws. The Tigers go for two, not three, and miss, and Moo grabs the rebound, and that's that. Final 61-58 Panthers. Ty had 20. Colby 12, Said 11 as the Panthers open district play with a win. It was a cold, dreary Monday morning as the Panthers played their opening round game of the 76th Dallas Coca-Cola Tournament at Sprague Fieldhouse against who else? The Kimball Knights, whose home floor is Sprague Fieldhouse. The Panthers finished third in this 32-team tournament last year, and Said gets things started with a three-point basket from the top. Then when Dex missed a well-defended layup, Mo is there to rebound and put back. Said gets the good on a fast break basket. Ty drives and whips it back to Dex, who nails the three-point shot. And then Said intercepts and scores. And is fouled. And after one, it's 26-10 Panthers. To her, drives and dishes to Dex for two more. And after three, it's 76-51 Panthers. In the fourth, Colby scores on a break. And after a few free throws, this one's over. Final Panthers 93 and Dallas Kimball 67. Ty Cubitt had 22 points. Ty had 20, Said 15, and Colby 14 in this first round victory at the Dallas Coca-Cola Tournament. In the second round, the Panthers played South Garland, who had beaten Dallas Pinkston in their opening round. Said gets things started right with a three-point hoop. Then Ty makes a drive and spinning bank shot. Moo hits a shot from behind that arc on the floor. Too many passes is okay with Keshawn as he scores and is fouled. Dex hits a running jump hook. And after one, it's 18-10 Panthers. And he is fouled. And after three, the Panthers have stretched the lead to 28 points. Colby scores early in the fourth on a fast break. And then Aaron Betts is in and makes a shot put hoop. And after the normal multiple free throws, the Panthers win 80-48 over those South Garland Colonels. Ty had 24, Stead 13. Moo and Dex had 10 apiece as the Panthers move on to the tournament quarterfinals. In the Dallas Coca-Cola quarterfinals, the Panthers played Frisco Liberty High School, the Redhawks, Tuesday at high noon at Sprague, and Said nails a three-point shot in the early going as the Panthers had trailed 7-0. Then Ty makes a nice drive-in basket. Dex keeps the Panthers close with this basket. Her makes a drive for a 2 and 1, and the Panthers trail by only 1 after 1. Dex hits a much-needed three-point shot, but in a low-scoring third quarter, the Panthers trail by 9. In the fourth, Ty makes a drive and scores on a scoop shot, and this inbounds play, Ty to Dex. The Panthers cut the deficit to 6 points. This Dex three-point shot cut it to 4 points. And then this bank shot cut it to 3. Another by Dex. Kept things close, but the Panthers missed their next 6 shots in 5 possessions and dropped this one to the Frisco Liberty team, 67-53. Dex scored 19. Ty had 12 in a game that saw 31 free throws hit of 59 attempted as the Panthers now get ready for more District 8 6A action.
So the Panthers are now into District 8 6A action along with the Pantherettes, and they'll have doubleheaders from here on until the state playoffs. So their schedules will be the same. Let's get to the Pantherettes. They had 7 games since our last show, and here are some highlights and some abbreviated highlights.
The Pantherettes continued district play Tuesday night at DeSoto, and State Senator Royce West made another appearance as we find his granddaughter is a Pantherette. She's being introduced right now. Here's some of the Pantherette fans that were on hand in DeSoto Tuesday night. Sierra gets things started with this basket after we see the fans. Zay drives and passes out to Rosie, who had a big night and hits nothing but the net on this shot. And then when Rosie misses this three-point attempt, after Zay scores on a break, Maddie is there to rebound twice, 3 times, and scores. Then Zay on another fast break kicks to Nina for the hoop and a 15-point lead after 1. Nisha pops a shot in the lane. And after 3, it's 72-35 Pantherettes. In the fourth, Star to Tierra for 2. And then Tay hits another 3-point shot. Later, Zay is ahead of the pack and scores. It's over. Pantherettes 94 and DeSoto 53. Sierra had 16, Star 14, Zay 10, as 11 Pantherettes were in the scoring column. Then on Friday, the Pantherettes continued their district play as they start the first doubleheader with the boys at Mansfield, who is 0-2 in district play and broke their team record for time to score in the first as Maddie took the tip, and 3 seconds later it's 2-0 Pantherettes. Naya feeds Sierra inside for a bank deposit. And then Rosie passes over the lane to Zay for a layup. Jayla hits a baseline shot. And Moya is ahead of everybody for a snowbird. And after one, it's 12-6, Pantherettes. 9 and a layup. Star on a break. 2 and 1. And after 3, it's 50-20, Pantherette. In the fourth, Rosie hits a 3-point shot from the top. And then with a 2-on-1, she makes the good pass to Zay for the score. Kyla nails a 3-point shot from the near corner. Then another from the far corner. And it's over. Final, Pantherette 76, Mansfield 31. Sierra had 16, Star 14, Zay 10 as 11. Pantherettes were in the scoring column again. On a cold, dreary Monday morning at the Sandra Meadows Memorial Arena, it was time.
Good morning and welcome to the 65th annual Sandra Meadows Classic. Lots of action-packed basketball, great weather. Come on in.
And here's a few fans that wouldn't miss a Pantherette game if it were on the moon. The Pantherettes opened this year's Sandra Meadows Classic against a Lakeview Centennial team. And early on, Rosie finds Zay ahead of the pack, and she lays it home. In a real low-scoring start, Sierra scores on a break. And then Zay nails a 3-point shot. Maddie is tied up in the corner, but escapes and scores. Nisha hits a turnaround from about 14 feet. And then Maddie spots Star down the lane for a 2 and 1. Nisha hits a baseline shot. And Star spots Naya down the lane, who scores at the buzzer. And after one, it's 21-5 Pantherettes. In the fourth, Jayla hits a baseline shot, and then Lamoya Lott follows suit. Kyla scores on a short jump shot. Final, Pantherettes 83 and Garland Lakeview Centennial 42. Star scored 14. Zay and Jayla had 10 each as 12 Pantherettes were in the scoring column. And due to some very damaging weather effect, the Pantherettes invited the Lady Patriot players to join them in the circle up after the game. Then on Monday evening, in the second round, the Pantherettes played Highland Park, coached by a couple of past assistant coaches here, Nicole and Carla. And Sierra gets this blowout started with a basket from down low just before Zay is loose for a layup. Maddie gets it out to Tay, and she hits a rainbow. Zay drives and stops and pops. Maddie gets open in the lane for 2 more. It's Nina to Nija for another layup. Stars in, and she rebounds and scores. And after one, it's 30-9 Pantherettes. The Lady Scots got stuck on that number 22 for about 3.5 minutes, but managed to get 4 points in the third and trail the Pantherettes by 43 after 3. In the fourth, Kyla drives for 2 and 1. And as happens in most Pantherette games, the last minutes are passed by holding the ball and letting that clock tick down. Final, Pantherettes 91 and Highland Park 31. Sierra scored 15 and Star 14 as the Pantherettes move on to the tournament quarterfinals. Tuesday evening, prior to the quarterfinals game, tournament director Steve Martin pledged $3,000 to Lakeview Centennials for weather damage to some of their players' homes after passing the hat in the Sandra Meadows Arena. Then it was game time versus Denton Geyer, and Sierra gets it started with a goal in the post. Later, it's Zay to Tay to Zay for 2. Then Tay does it her own self, and after 1, it's 16-5 Pantherettes. And Sierra is building her rebound stats following her shot and scoring, and after 3 quarters, it's a 33-point lead for the Pantherettes. Nia scores early in the fourth quarter. And Nina hits a dog at the fire hydrant shot, as Dirk Davinsky has showed everybody how to do. The mayor and friends look on, but it's over. Final, Pantherettes 78 and Denton Geyer 39. Sierra had 18. Zay and Ania had 10 each, as 11 scores were in the scoring column. As the Pantherettes move on to the semifinals. And needless to say, a big crowd was on hand when the Pantherettes played Plano West in the semifinals, a team that had beaten the Pantherettes a couple of years ago, and it's the third time that the Pantherettes would have a chance to get some revenge, and they do. And it's 5-0 West before Maddie feeds Tay for the Pantherettes' first score 2 minutes into the game. Zay misfires but rebounds and scores as the Pantherettes are playing catch-up. Maddie feeds Nina for a bucket on a break. Then, when Tay hits this 3-point shot, the deficit is down to 1 point, and at the end of 1, it's 15-14 Plano West. Things turned around a little bit in the second as Zay follows her shot to score. Hell for the last shot of the half. But when they miss, Zay snares the ball and heads south, gets it to Tay, who scores at the buzzer. And Cliff likes those quarter endings. 35-23 Pantherettes at the half. And then Nia hits a 3-point shot from the corner. Sierra does her thing down low. And it's 48-34 Pantherettes after 3. Zay hits a 16-foot shot in the fourth. And with some free throws and using that clock, the Pantherettes finish this one, winning 72-44. Zay had 14, Nia also had 14, Sierra 13, and Maddie had 10 as its own to the tournament finals. On Wednesday evening, to a packed house, the Pantherettes met Murfreesboro, Tennessee, Blackman High School, the Lady Blaze, for the tournament championship, and Zay gets it started right with a 3-point bomb. Then Rosie hits from this side, 3. After Zay on one of her tears, Maddie takes Rosie's pass, and her basket makes it 20-8 after 1. Pantherettes. Sierra opens the second with a basket in the lane. And then on this inbounds play, Nina gets the ball to Sierra for 2 more as the lead is still double digits. We don't catch many good defensive plays, but here's one. As C blocks a shot. Tay hits a 3 and flops, but the refs aren't buying it. And at the half, it's 36-26 Pantherettes. The teams played almost 2.5 minutes with no score in the third until Sierra did that. Then Zay does this. And Maddie outmaneuvers her defense to score. Then, with time running out in the quarter, Zay finishes it up right. And after 3, the Pantherettes lead 64-43. Maddie hits that shot to open the fourth, and with a lot of free throws and a lot of holding the ball, Tay finishes things up with that free throw. Final, Pantherette 64 and Murfreesboro, Tennessee Blackman 43. Then it was awards time, and the champions were announced, and they are our Duncanville Pantherettes. Coach Kathy Self-Morgan was presented the award for being the winning coach. Time for the all-tournament honors. And from Duncanville, Zay Green. Tay Davis.
The tournament's most outstanding defensive player from Duncanville,
Madison Townley. And for the third tournament in a row, Sierra Johnson is the tournament's most valuable player. It was a great tournament. Congratulations to the Pantherettes and the Lions Club and tournament director, Steve Martin.
So the Pantherettes are 3 games into their district action, and here are the current standings.
You may want to get used to this, but the Pantherettes are leading the district with a 3-0 record. Cedar Hill is also 3-0, but they haven't played. DeSoto, 2-1. South Grand Prairie, 1-1. And then Midlothian, Grand Prairie, and Mansfield bring up the district standings.
The schedule for the teams in the upcoming days looks something like this.
On Tuesday, the South Grand Prairie Lady Warriors and the Warriors will be here to play the Panthers at the Sandra Meadows Arena. Then Friday, we travel to Cedar Hill to play those Longhorns. And then Tuesday the 12th, Midlothian will be at the Sandra Meadows Arena. Remember, the Pantherettes start at 6 and the Panthers play right after.
We'll be back on or before January the 14th with highlights of those games and more. As we close, let's see some shots from our fan cam, and we'll see you January the 14th.